Hey guys, it's CALLOUS. Welcome back. I am thrilled to be here. We are in the direct play-in matches. We have Zokuru, which I have been incorrectly pronouncing this whole time as Zokuru, and I'm sure I will revert back to that in the middle of the game, against Zomog. These are both players who have played like they deserve to be in the main event, and unfortunately, only one of them is going to make it in. This is a direct play-in. Like I said, they've both already defeated two opponents. You guys should have watched those games already. If you've not, go ahead and go back and do that. They're on my channel and a neat little playlist for you guys in the order in which they happened in real life. And now this is it. One of them gets to be in the main event, one of them doesn't. So let's find out who it's going to be. Here is game one in this best of three. Zokuru on the bottom, he's got my Lotic. It's Zomog on the top with Zapdos, which is obviously going to force the Milo out. Turn one straight Thunderbolt there, aimed at Milo, of course, but Celebi finds it. And now it's a Lax as well, so those are two pokes that handle Zapdos pretty well. Reasonably well set up against that poke. Metagross comes in, he's on the bad end of return. Milo here eats a Psychic, so it's a mixed Metagross, 32% from that. Claydol comes in thinking maybe another Psychic, but he finds Zapdos instead. Prompts him to go back to Lax, Hidden Power. That could have been Grass or Ice, aimed at Claydol. And he's going to BP out to Metagross, which has no consequence at all because the Lax is fully paralyzed here. Claydol comes in. He's going to skillfully avoid Meteor Mash, being the highly nimble Pokemon that he is. And Celebi comes into a mash now, 30%. Recover. And another Meteor Mash miss. Couple of them early on for Zomog. Wow, a third one now. Not cooperating whatsoever. Zokuru has trained his Pokemon well. They are nimble and agile, and they are ducking those mashes like no problem, bro. Thunderbolt coming down, and it's a return exchange. Return doing far heavier damage. It looks like an offensive zap since it does have BP. And he's going to go straight back to Meta, which is understandable. Return 14%. Meta's had lefties the whole time, so he's very healthy here. Magneton comes in, but he's not going to be able to kill Metagross here without a crit, and he would die instantly to Earthquake, but it's mixed meta, which usually does not carry Earthquake, and that turns out to be the case here as well. He does have HP Fire, and it does do a lot, but it does not do enough, and the trap is going to work. That being said, there's an immediate revenge trap by Dugtrio here. Magneton going to blow as much Earthquake PP as he can with Protect. Surprised he didn't try it again, but it probably doesn't matter. And there is the revenge kill, so we've got ourselves a quick 5-5. There's Zapdos and Celebi. There's a Calm Mind and a T-Wave respectively. Big Psychic back, though, at +1. 55% before Zapdos gets out of the way. Here's a previously unrevealed T-Tower, completely blanking the Psychic with the immunity, and a paralyzed Celebi has to respect here that there could be an HP bug. Instead, it's Rock Slide. Zomog going for the Para-Flinch plan. That's going to whiff on Claydol. Earthquake, however, going to whiff on the Levitating Gengar that was also previously unrevealed. There's now one hidden poke for each player. Goes straight Hypnosis here, gets them with that 60-40. Claydol taking a nap now, even though many of its eyes are still open. There is Ice Punch and a Freeze. Zomog, who had missed a bunch of Meteor Mashes earlier, is now getting some cooperative RNG. Here comes Dougie, and Zokuru wisely gets out of the way. That would have been a dead Celebi had it stayed in there and not woken up immediately. But stranger things have happened. T-Tar comes in, it's gaining lefties here. He's against Lax, who I don't think has shown anything other than return. Yeah, he hasn't. He's just returned all game long, and that is all. Gengar on Milo here. Gengar going on the offensive. That's pretty heavy damage. That's got to be a relatively offensive guard to be doing 47% like that to Milo. 45 this time. And Milo recovering, but I really don't know where he thinks this is going. Zokuru, that is. Eventually, he's going to just get crit or parried if he does that. I don't think it's realistic at all to attempt to stall the Gengar cleanly out of Thunderbolts, a move that is 24 PP. That just seems like a losing battle. Math is wildly against you if this is the way that Zokuru wants to play it. But he's being very stubborn here. On paper, it looks like he has decent Gengar switches. I mean, Zomog hasn't switched it up once and gone Ice Punch. It's just been Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt. So can't you just sneak in the Celebi here? I guess he's not comfortable with it. finally goes Claydol, and Zomog not once deviating from the Thunderbolt plan. Now he goes Ice Punch, which is to be expected, and Claydol remains asleep. He will live another non-crit Ice Punch here, which is what he goes for. 45%, Claydol wakes, huge Psychic back. Gengar does not take it well at all. Like I said, that is definitely an offense-minded Gengar. And he's going to go Ice Punch again. Gets the Snorlax on the way in, and finally just booms on it. The crit, I think, almost certainly irrelevant there. And going to take out the Lax to bring us to a 4-4. Zapdos comes in very low, 22%. Gets a huge Thunderbolt off on Milo before biting the dust. That's going to set it up for an easy revenge. Wow! Just kidding. He does not go to Dugtrio here. I'm surprised. That would have been a free kill. But Starmie's going to do the job all the same. That's the last poke for Zomog that was previously unrevealed. Offensive Star, very threatening here, if indeed that's what it is. But he goes back to Dougie. Catches Celebi on the recover here. Now the question is, does Celebi have Giga Drain or HP Grass? The answer is no. There's a Psychic. He would have needed a crit. It does not come. Celebi's going to go down to the Dugtrio here. It's going to be Claydol and X. And X turns out to be his own Dugtrio here. There's Earthquake, 2-2 situation. Here's T-Tar, not at full health. Very surprising that Zokuru does not stay in. I think if I were him, I would have there. And I would gamble on the damage roll because now the T-Tar is at 100% and you may not kill him, but he does kill him anyway. So now Dugtrio is going to have to be faster and he's going to need a critical hit. That's a very, very high damage Earthquake, but it is not the critical hit that he needed. And Zomog is going to clutch it out just barely with the offensive Star. Barely living that Earthquake, but living it well enough to get the Ice Beam off to seal the game. Game 1 is going to go to Zomog. That was a very close one that really felt like it could have gone either way. And I'm very much looking forward to hopefully another game or maybe even 2 more games as good and as close as that one just was. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. I am definitely looking forward to the rest of the series. I have not seen any games that may be remaining in this series, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it plays out just as much as you guys are. I will see you guys in Game 2, coming up next.